Hello fellow Kerbal, this is Bobus182. I'm here to show you my Kerbal space program. I'm going to go over a current mission I'm working on. It is going to be Interplanetary space station. Hopefully mostly self-contained, so I can just keep going out onto the other planets as needed. Today's mission is going to be a refueling mission. I've been building it out in orbit. I've got 5 stages done so far. I think there's probably 2, maybe 3 more stages to build. I just finished up with the thruster modules. I had 3. I've sent 3 of them up into space and docked with it. Show you what I've got so far. There we go. This is what I currently have. Like I said, this has been mostly built out in orbit through 5 different stages. My first stage was this command and science module here. My second stage was this docking gantry I've got here. And then stages 3 through 5 were these thruster modules here. I've got 3 of them attached. Hopefully that's going to give me plenty of Delta V to complete the missions that I have planned for. But today I'm going to be doing a refuel mission. I still have a couple of tanks here that need to have fuel added to them to finish up. Everything else should be ready to go. So let's get started. My refueling module is basically just a revamped version of my thruster modules. And what it is, like I said, my thruster module with some reworked asparagus staging. It is pretty typical asparagus. There's just a little bit of variance to it because it wasn't staging right the way I've got these configured. But what I want to do here, I want to do a little bit of modification. I don't need these anymore, so I'm going to pull those out, lighten up the spacecraft a bit, and let's put some struts back in there to strengthen it back up. Bear with me for a minute here while I finish this up here. Okay, let's pull this one out. I thought I grabbed both of them, but apparently not. Okay, let's see how that works. Space station is currently orbiting at about 80,000. I'm going to take this refueling module up to 160 so I can get my orbits matched and prepare for my home and burn. As long as Bill's ready, we'll give her the go-ahead here. In T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. And we're good to go. I'm going to do a standard eastward launch, or eastward traveling launch. I'll go up to about 10,000 meters, and I'll do a gravity turn and take it on up to 80 or 160 kilometers and park her in orbit. Nav ball set up right here. There we go. When I get this into orbit, the way I have this staged out, I should have about half of my fuel remaining in the main module, which should be enough to finish refueling and get this back to a deorbit. We'll find out for sure here shortly. Okay, I'm going to prepare for my gravity turn. Get the right keys hit. And destage my empties. Let's set up. Let's get my map over here set up. I'm going to focus on Kerbal and keep an eye on my apoapsis until I get to 100,000 meters or 160,000 meters. Okay. Looks like I got a while to go yet. Everything seems to be going pretty good so far. Okay, we're out ready to drop my my third stage. That's going to kick in on my main stage. $50,000 on my apoapsis, so we're doing pretty good. I'm going to prepare for removal of my third stage. Okay, go back to map and let's see where we're at. 30. Okay, I'm going to start throttling back. Okay. Oops. There we go. A little over, but that's okay. Okay, I got 4 minutes to apoapsis, so it's going to give me plenty of time to plan my next maneuver. Actually didn't do so well on this one. Usually I'm a lot more accurate, but glad I have plenty of time to plan my maneuver, because they usually take forever for me to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now witnessing the dopest DJ on the planet.
Okay, I want it fairly circular. I'm not going to be too concerned about it, but that's pretty good there. Okay, I'm going to find my maneuver node on my nav ball and get set on it, get prepared to do the burn.
That way we're going to be down your back off there, good name.
Okay, I'm going to do a quick thrust just to get my estimated burn time right. It's like 40 seconds, so we'll go 20 seconds to start the burn. And let's see where we get. Speed up time here and catch up to it. Okay, let's make sure that I'm dead center on my maneuver node here. And we got about 8 seconds before the burn starts. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to chase it as best I can. Once it starts to drift too much, I'm going to kill my throttle and reorient. Pull back on the throttle, slow down a little bit. Okay, let's match that up.
That way we're going to be down your back off there, good name.
Okay, let's kill my node and see where I ended up at. 174 and 177, so 3,000. That's pretty good, I think. Okay, so now I'm in orbit. Still got good fuel going. Hopefully it'll still end up, even though I overshot my apoapsis a bit, hopefully I'll still have about half my fuel remaining by the time I get my intercept with the space station. So my next order of business is I'm going to set my space station as a target, and I'm going to do a quick save. I always quick save before I do between burns. I have had catastrophic failure too many times trying to get this stuff to happen and have not quick saved, so I've had to start over. So, okay, the next order of business is I need to match up these two orbit planes. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to match up the descending node and the ascending node. Actually, I'm going to throw a maneuver node in there first. Now I'm going to match up those tabs like so, and then I'm gonna just fiddle with these until I get that dotted line right onto the green line. Kind of eyeball it to make sure we're good. That looks pretty good there. Okay, so I got 10 minutes to this maneuver node. So first of all, I'm going to find that
That way we're
node.
good to be now. Your tax off there. Good name.
You are now witnessing the dopest DJ on the planet.
Okay. I'll get lined up pretty close. I'm not gonna try to get dead on because I'm probably gonna have to readjust here. And let's speed up some time here and get caught up to my node. Okay, this burn is only going to take a couple seconds, so get lined up. I want to make sure that those are as close to on top of each other as possible, my maneuver node and my crosshairs. And then I'll just kind of drift in to my node. I want to start at 2 seconds prior to, I want to start at T-minus 2 seconds and just slowly bring it up. Okay, here we go. Chase my node. I overshot. Okay, well, let's see where we're at. Should be pretty close. Oh yeah, that's going to do just nicely. Okay, so I'm going to quick save again. I'm in the orbit that I want. My next order of business is I'm going to do a Holman transfer from this orbit to this orbit and hopefully catch the space station. I know from previous experience that I'm going to have to let her go around to let the space station catch up to where it's about a third of the way away from me around the globe. So, but I'm just going to double check to make sure. First thing I'm going to do is pull retrograde, bring my periapsis down to where it meets my other orbit. That ought to do. And I'm just going to spin this guy around. What I'm looking for is to match up the tabs, either the intersect 1 tabs or the intersect 2 tabs. It looks like I'm not going to be able to do it, and I kind of knew that anyway, so let's speed up time a bit. Let these guys travel around. And I'll just kind of follow my craft around until I get those tabs pretty close to where I want. There may be a better or easier way to do this, but this I have found works for me quite well, so you get pretty accurate intercepts when I do this. And we're getting closer. Okay, looks like here we go. Let's slow down time so I can do some. Oh, I lost my maneuver. Slow down time so I can fine tune it. Okay, pull this back. Okay, I'm 0.3 separation. That's pretty dang good. So before I do anything, I'm going to double check on this plane. Make sure we're pretty well lined up. It looks like we are. 0.3, that's going to be a good one. Okay. So I got 30 minutes to that node. So like I said, first thing I'm going to do is find maneuver node on the nav ball. Get lined up with it. Okay, good enough for now. I'm probably going to have to reset. And then I want to do a quick burn to find out my estimated burn. So looks like we're going to take 3 seconds to deorbit and to do my Holman transfer. So let's speed up time here. Okay. Start slow down time again. Okay, here we go. And I'll just chase my maneuver node on the nav ball until it starts to get really out of whack. And if I can, somewhere in the vicinity of here and knock it down to 0. There we go. Okay, let's kill the node and check to see where my transfer's coming up. And see, I kind of overshot. Took a little bit too long, so 4.8 kilometers is not bad. So I'm going to do a quick save again. And then, at the point where these intersect, I'm going to add another node. And burn retrograde to finish my home and transfer and match orbits. Sorry, I am terrible at making maneuver nodes work right. Takes me forever. I always give myself plenty of time. Okay. So we got 16 minutes to that node. So once again, I'm going to chase my nav ball around to find the node on the nav ball. Okay, speed things up. I expect to see a bump in the lag probably about right here when it loads up the space station. It's typically what I've found. Once I get in with range of the space station, things lock up for a second while it loads. I want to check something real quick. Yeah, 15, about 15 kilometers away right now. Okay, let's get lined up, prepare for the burn. Okay, here we go. Alright, overshot again, but I think it should be good enough for what we want to do. So, let's check where we're at here. 5 kilometers away from the target, which is pretty good. I can make this work, I think. I'll do a quick save. And now what I want to do is burn prograde towards the target. I want to go halfway between my target and my prograde. Actually, I want to stay on the opposite side of my target to pull my prograde towards it. So we'll come down here because I saw it peeking out up here a minute ago. So we'll do a burn. Just a nice easy burn to pull my prograde down. What I want to do is get my prograde marker to sit right in here. Here it comes. Looking pretty good. Okay. Just kind of get her centered. Once it falls in there, I'm going to kill my throttle. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, I went a little too far. Seem to be overshooting everything tonight. That's alright. Okay, now I got an approach at 71.3 meters per second. And visually, I see we are approaching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing around to retrograde. And I'm going to plant my marker halfway between... There's my lag spike. There we go. I'm going to plant my my nav ball marker halfway between the retrograde marker and the target. And just start kicking it back. I don't want to go too far. I still want to have approach speed, but I don't want to approach too fast. Drop her down to about under. Yeah, let's drop her down to under 10. Okay, and then I'll just let her coast on in. I'm going to be a little bit off, but I'll get there and then I'll do a stop and see how far we are away. In a perfect world, I would get to within 60 meters on this burn, but it looks like to me like we're drifting below it, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I should get close enough, and then we can make an adjustment from a full stop, or close to a full stop anyway. Once I figure out which side of the space station I'm coming in on, then I can adjust so that I dock with the right side. So I want to dock with the nose of the spaceship, or the station. And I found that in docking procedures, slow is always best. Just take your time, have plenty of patience, and it'll be smooth. If you try to rush things and cut things too close, that's when you make mistakes, overshoot, and start ramming the crap out of stuff you don't want to ram the crap out of. So I'm just going to take it nice and slow. And if I see that number start to climb again, that means I've gone past it, and I'll start going, I'll start slowing it way down. Matter of fact, I'm going to chase retrograde because I know I'm going to be off, so chase retrograde, I might be able to get it to a complete stop without using my RCS. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to do correction now because I know I'm way off, and it looks like I'm on the right side of the space station as it is. So let's kill my target approach. Try to get it down to 0. Okay. Oh, now it's pulling away from me. That's okay. I want to get this right on. Target with the station. Like so. And then I'll give some burn. Take it back up to about 10. And start pulling my prograde marker right in line with the target marker. Oh. That's okay. I'm good. Just pull it back. Okay, now I should be heading. Should have a dead bearing right onto it. At least pretty close. So I'm going to turn retrograde so I can stop before I hit the station or pass right under it. Okay. Get back there. Come on. There we go. Slow down my approach to 1. Actually, I want to stop. Okay, that's pretty close to stop. Alright, what I want to do now is get my orientation right on the space station so I can reorient the thrust, the refueling module. I'm going to turn on RCS and do some quick adjustments. There we go. Now my target speed is 0, so I'm drifting. I have a matched velocity with this right now with my space station. So let's switch over to the space station. Turn on some lights to dock with, and let's see if I can find. Yeah, there's my refueling module. So I'm gonna dock that right there. So, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna pack away a couple of panels here so I don't run into them on accident. And I want to get this, my nav ball, I want to get my nav ball square on the horizon. So that way I know how to align my ship, my refuel. So I'm going to go 90 degrees on the horizon. Let's turn on RCS and make this go a little bit easier. Excuse me. Bring it up. Just doing this to make things line up easier. It's real difficult to really judge by eye where you're at. And to be honest with you, in the real life situation, you wouldn't have this eagle eye view that you have in Kerbal. So we're just gonna get it lined up on the nav ball squared up. And just let her stabilize there. And I'll switch back to my refueling module. Okay, now I know I'm going to dock here, so I'm going to set that clampetron as a target, and I want to control it from this clampetron because those are what's going to actually touch. Okay, let's turn off SAS and do a swing around. We'll line up directly underneath the target here. Okay. Looks like we need to nose. Oops. Alright, let's get this horizontal. There we go. Now I'll be able to see things a little easier. Match up with my target here. And then switch over to docking. I'm going to shut down my engines because I've noticed from time to time when I switch back and forth from docking to staging, it'll kick on my throttle, and the last thing I want to do is get within, you know, a couple meters of the station and kick my throttle on by accident. So okay, so let's approach the station. And I need to go up. Yeah, I don't want to do a roll yet. Just keep it centered with the horizontal until I get closer. Okay, like I said, docking is, I always go really slow. Make adjustments as I get closer. Back to docking, and I'll slow down my upward momentum a bit. So now my forward momentum, let's take it down to 0.5 meters per second. Okay. Get reoriented with the target. upward momentum and actually bring her down just a hair, it looks like. And maybe go starboard. Okay, and then we're going to reorient with the target. So, back to the docking maneuver. We'll check what we got here. Looks like we're coming in pretty good. And let's go back to port a bit. It's going to drift in nice and smooth. As soon as I touch, I'm going to turn off SAS and let the magnets on the docking port do their job. Coming in a little hot. Back that off. Well, not really. Looking pretty good though. To match up. I'm going to turn off my SAS now. And we'll just do a little bit of kicking around here until the magnets catch. And oh. There we go. She's docked. Okay, let's turn off my lights. And there's a successful dock. Let's start refueling everything. Start with my monoprop here. Got a lot of monoprop to do, so this is going to take a bit. So what I want to do with this is, as soon as I get it finished built, I still need to add some probes and a lander. Once that's done, I'm going to do a shakedown cruise to the moon. Pick up a stranded Kerbal I've got in orbit around the moon. Pick him up, and then either there, depending on how things worked out, I'll either head back to Kerbal for some retrofitting, or take on off out to Duna. And start my interplanetary mission. And hopefully collect a lot of science. I've got a lot to go. Forgot what I was doing here. Might not have brought enough monoprop to fill up all the tanks, but this thing's got plenty of monoprop, and so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, so we've got minus 100, 200 to be 948. I think we've got plenty of monoprop. So we'll just fill up what we can. We'll call it good. I believe all these tanks are full, so it's going to pretty well drain me out, I think.
That way we're going to be down your tax off there, good name.
Okay, so those are full. There's two more little tanks over here, I believe. Yep.
Hello and welcome to one last installment of your favorite UKN dubstep tutorial. Today, we make a VIP of a VIP. What you gonna do about it? What we are
Okay, so
this time
those are both empty now.
in the heavy dubstep scene,
And hopefully these are all full still. There's a tick out of them.
and it should sound something like this.
Still, I think I've got
Oh wait,
plenty.
no, something like this.
852 units of monoprop should be alright. Okay, so let's get these fuel tanks filled back up. I'm going to drain the front tanks first and then the rear.
Be down your tax off there, good name.
So, need to pull a little bit out. Oops.
Instead of a beat down section, why not try messing with double
Okay. So, and I know from previous experience that I only need about 25 units in each tank to do a successful deorbit burn. So I'm going to make sure that I have that left. I think I'm going to have plenty of fuel left, honestly. So, okay.
Now I got my filthy dubstep banger. But no one
Oops,
tanks
went
out
the
of
wrong
my
way.
shows, and I haven't got any bitches. Where did I go wrong?
Maybe you should try some crazy chopped up female vocals and some epic trance breakdowns. That should get you all the bitches. Well, hopefully at least one.
Okay. Well, I'm draining this one out because I'm going to equalize these tanks so I have evenly distributed weight. once everything's full. I'm pretty sure that's all I need for liquid fuel. I believe the rest of these were already full, so we'll do a quick check on that. Full. Okay, so my thrusters are all full. I'm going to take and equalize these two tanks. So I wanted to leave 141. That's close enough. And I'll just let this one fall until it's pretty well equal with the other one. Okay. We have successfully docked. Before I pull, I'm going to extend these panels back, because I'm not worried about them when I'm backing out. There we go. Now it's all that's left is we're gonna undock the fuel module, get a safe distance away, and just burn retrograde until I fall out of orbit. So let's get ready to do that. First, I want to do a quick save, just in case. I haven't done it in a while. Let's go ahead and dock. And I didn't leave any RCS, so I'm going to have to just kind of thrust my way away, I guess. Oops. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I'm on the wrong... I'm on the wrong ship here. Okay, there we go. Well, that kind of did my push away for me. That's good. Okay, I'm going to put SAS on this so it stabilizes. And then I'm going to find my retrograde marker. Just kind of tumble away, huh? Okay, I want to make sure I have plenty of distance between these two anyway, because thrusters have a tendency to wash, and I wouldn't want to push that out of orbit, so, or push it into a different orbit. Okay, let's turn on SAS here in a second and stabilize my tumble. And we'll pull on retrograde. Make darn sure I'm not going to run into my station. Turn on my engines. And do a retrograde burn. Just slow until I get past or until a station passes by me. We were both actually traveling in this direction still. Okay, I think we're gonna be safe. Put on a full burn. Watch my map. Yep, there we go. We are on a collision course with Kerbal. I don't know why I'm doing this, because I'm going to lose all of this anyway, so speed up time until I can fall into orbit, or fall into atmosphere. Alright, let's go ahead and pop staging off. Okay. Turn off my SAS. We'll just let gravity take its course. Oops. We're getting pretty close to becoming a fireball. Ready to deploy the chute. Shoots away. Alright. We have a successful touchdown. And let's send Bill out to see if we can get a little bit of science here. Do a roll over. There we go. What do you got for us, Bill? Save that. Get your surface sample here. Boy, not much. But none is, some is better than none, huh? Gotta get back to the ship. Should have rolled it over a little bit further, I think. Oh well, I'll just do recovery of both of them. That concludes this mission. I guess tune in again. Next time we'll send some probes up to dock with it. And I'll see you then. Till then, thanks for joining me. This is Babas182, signing off.